guys, so I'm back at it. Let's clean up my kitchen. It is looking freaking messy as hell. I need to do some dishes. Lots of stuff to clean. Here comes the fun part, just, cooking some food. So I got something new ready for us, and it is called chicken. So we're gonna have chicken, two of them, little henlings, but I'll show you how I'm gonna make it so that it goes into a taco really well. Okay, so let me get the chicken going. I'm also filming for my short form videos as well, so bear with me here. So we're getting the chicken together. This is special. I wanted to make something really good as far as chicken, so watch how I kind of do my thing real quick. I'm trying to pull this out one-handed, but oh yeah. So we got these two chickens popping out. Very good. Two little henlings, fajitas, right? So that looks very fresh. It's like the equivalent of, in Korea, we tend to use these henlings to make like this ginseng chicken. But in this case, I'm going to leverage the flavor of the fajita. I'm going to throw in some green bell pepper and a bit of some purple peppers to make this thing really stand out, guys. So as you can see, we have two chickens, henlings right there. So that looks fantastic. And compared to the smartphone view, let's look at it from the video camera angle. This is where we're at right now. I want to chop up some vegetables and get that going. I also want to get rid of this package right here. Put that in the garbage. Okay guys, so I'm almost ready, but I just need to get some more vegetables attached to the fajitas, because in this particular case I want this to work like a marinated chicken. We also need to put some water inside of the chicken as well, so we're gonna try and film in as quick as and as efficient way as possible, so hey, how you guys doing? Much love goes out to all of you around the world. I know that these are lonely times for people, so I hope to shine light where times really don't look that good right now. But we have to continue onwards. With a sense of hope, pride, and optimism. So I got a green bell pepper. I want to throw that inside the chicken as well. So bring that on board. So we got the green bell peppers. Now, I'll throw that in over here. Nice and simple with the henlings in the middle of it. Just in tune with keeping it like a fajita. Just want to make sure that there's some good flavor to go with that. Some pepper. It's perfect. Definitely makes the blend. Look at all this onion that I peeled off. Ooh. All right, so that's beautiful. So we've compounded that into having a nice little bit of onion into the fajita mix. Red onion at that, or purple onion, whatever you want to call it. Looks nice and fresh to me. Throw it in on top. Of all that. Add some water from my burrito filter. Be sure to use a burrito filter to make sure it goes smoothly. You want to leverage some water in your cooking with this, and it's going to go on for several hours. So this I'm cooking for like 2 to 4 hours this way, maybe 2 hours at minimum. And then I'm hoping for the chicken to taste really phenomenal. So I hope this makes a lot of sense to you guys, but we're still early in cooking this entire meal, and how I make this is what makes people surprised. So I'm going to add a little bit of garlic as well. So I feel like the garlic will make a bit of some difference. But just whole garlic cloves. Garlic goes well with chicken. It's a common theme when you're making chicken dishes. So this will become a little bit brothy, which is what I want, and then I'm able to leverage the broth as a form of sauce at the base, and then on top of that I'm going to pull the chicken after we cook the chicken so that it can go inside of a proper tortilla to make ourselves some phenomenal chicken burritos. So here's going to be our tortillas that we're going to use. It's called Lala's traditional style, made in the tradition of old Mexico is what it is. So over here, you guys wondering? Right now I'm letting it sear at the bottom a bit so that we can unravel some of that flavor. So this is gonna go on for quite a few minutes. I'm cooking the chicken on the stovetop, but I feel like we still have a little bit more time to go before, and the temperature is getting a bit hot on my camera. So we're making the best possible chicken fajitas, and then we're gonna put that into a chicken fajita taco, and that's gonna be my version of home cooked Mexican food. So I just got to add some water to this. So this is going to go on for like at least a couple hours, like just like this. So I'm just going to let that sit for a while, and then when we're ready, I'm just going to heat up some tortillas with some canola oil. So we're going to heat some tortillas, and we're going to use canola oil when we're heating the tortillas to make ourselves some authentic Mexican burritos, well, with the shredded chicken that I'm going to pull out of this thing. So give me a couple hours, I'll be back. So that's the chicken thus far. It looks pretty cooked, but it hasn't met my boiling threshold yet, because I don't think the flavors is really cooked quite fully into the broth yet. So I want this to go on for a number of hours, but certainly it looks cooked, but there's just so much broth left. So I want the broth to come down, and we want to see the vegetables also kind of cook inside of there naturally. So give us some more time. 2 hours. So roughly 2 hours to go, guys, before we get to eat the most expertly created type of chicken fajita type burrito. It's a waiting game, basically, from here. Awesome, right? I think so too. I'm getting hungry. Can't wait to eat soon. In like an hour or two. To each their own, or how they differ. Okay. So I got my Eureka vacuum. This thing is ginormous. So, something new to talk about here. Amazon just came through. We needed to, test out a new product that we paid for with our own money. Like, Eureka doesn't sponsor any of my videos. They should, if they want better treatment in the future. I think this is going to be interesting because, I want to give you guys my first unboxing of the new standard issue cleaner Alliance vacuum that all our housekeepers might be using in the future. I'm experimenting a lot with different vacuums. And when I mean not a lot, I mean I'll show you this. Like there's a long list of products that I've used. For the most part, this product comes with a vacuum hose, so pretty cool, right? So I just kind of want to set up the vacuum real quick. Just set it up. Get the vacuum going. You guys know what I mean. So let's set this vacuum up. While we're cooking, I know, chicken fajitas, but all right. So that's the hose. Next, put that over here. Got a vacuum. So this is what it, like one of those shop vacs, but it's pretty portable. I think it'll fit inside of my cart. I know I'm. Holy cow, look at this thing. Another vacuuming attachment, but this one's crucial. So we got a pole. And then I'm guessing this hooks up to this somehow. And then we just have it hook up. So this is where I wish I had a macroscopic lens or something for you guys to see things better, but for the most part, I think you guys get the picture. So we got this hose hooked up. This thing's hooked up. So there's multiple modes. Let's see what else we got. Look at this, guys. We got a new vacuum product to demonstrate on this channel. And I got this idea mainly because I had a client show me the power of one of these type of shop vacs. So I wanted to try out a new Eureka variation of that because it seems like it's the new thing going on amongst the housekeeping types for me. So let's try out some new equipment. This could be a game changer. I just want to give you guys my first impressions, the cleaner Alliance and all, and I honestly would much rather just vacuum. So let's vacuum the house a little bit, make the place look a lot better. What do you guys say for a little bit of a vacuum montage? Because boy, this place could look a lot cleaner. It could always look better in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned. And I was like, dude, I couldn't even clean before I left for the conference. So now Like, I'm stuck trying to catch up on work. So the cord extends pretty far. I don't know exactly how far, but it has some extension. Now let's turn it on to see how well it works for our suction. So that's sounding pretty promising. I like that. Pretty fascinating, right guys? Let's see how far it goes. Oh, there's certainly more room on it for extension, but maybe I'll use a different wall outlet over here. And then let's continue. This is fascinating for me. I find that this will help out because, you know, I needed a vacuum, but something with some more power and can cover like wooden floors because, you know, believe it or not, carpet isn't that as common in my market. Everybody likes to have wood surface for their flooring, and it's easy to see why. See what else can it grab and not grab. Okay, well, looking pretty good here. I'm starting to feel a little bit more reassured by the product I just purchased. This is just my first impressions, you know, it's not a detailed review or anything. I just wanted to show you guys how quick it was to set up the vacuum, make it work. So definitely love the Eureka vacuum product. Wow. Affordable, powerful, efficient, gets rid of a lot of things off my floor. I feel more reassured looking at the performance of this vacuum. Love it. Look at the performance of this vacuum.
My best friend is a machine gun. Me and T, we have so much fun. He used to be friends with Bonnie and Clyde. John Dillinger took him for a ride. Run, baby, run, I got my Tommy gun. Run, baby, run, I got my Tommy gun. Run, baby, run, I got my Tommy gun. 700 rounds, I'll shoot you down. The soundtrack on the streets of Chicago town. I'm on the police, he shot him down. Now it's with me and I squeeze him so hard. We play for the crowd, riding my car.
Okay, so I am very, very, very impressed by the Eureka vacuum. I thought, you know, from my first impressions, right after opening the box and buying the product, you know, I would probably buy it again because it feels like, you know, it's just the right amount of size. It helps me get through like flat floor surfaces, has lots of flexibility, the cord's pretty long, so I'm able to move around very quickly within my recording studio, as you can see. And I personally love it a lot. So if you guys want to buy the Eureka bagless canister vacuum, you can check it out on Amazon and use my affiliate link to purchase the product, but be sure to consider buying the Eureka. It isn't even that expensive of a vacuum. It's only $71, and it's positioned like a shop vacuum, but it's bagless, so there's no bag for it. It has a sealed containment, so it's sealed. The cord is similar in length to a shop vacuum, but what makes it really nice is the hose attachment. It's really long and lengthy. It lets you, quickly move through the entire wooden floor area. My apartment is about 1,200 square feet, and I've experimented with a lot of different vacuum setups, and by far, this one feels like the most affordable, plus best performance for my business. So I think for the time being, we are going to be using the Eureka shop vacuum, miniature shop vacuum, I think. Again, I'm going to put the overlay on the screen for you guys so you guys can visit the link, which is my Amazon affiliate link. If you want to support my YouTube channel, be sure to purchase the vacuum with that affiliate link. So it lets me know that you guys are actually paying attention and using the technologies and the products that I'm pushing right now at the moment. Keep in mind, I only recommend products that I buy with my own money, or if I get if there's an actual paid sponsor, I will let you know that it's a paid sponsor. But for the most part, I think, leveraging my affiliate code for a product that I feel pretty strongly about, it is a great product. We haven't tested for durability yet, so that's the key question. How many life cycles of use can I have with the product before it eventually dies out on me is a question that I don't have an answer to. But I'm hoping to find out the durability of this device. I'm hoping it lasts longer than a month on a commercial basis. If it does, it means that replacing my vacuum only costs me $80 per month. But if it lasts more than a month, 2 months, maybe even 3 months on a commercial basis, then I might consider saying that this is the best overall product for me so far. It's compact, it's light enough to fit within a reasonable cart where I store items to clean. But yes, I am very, very thrilled about this vacuum. Thank you so much, Amazon, for shipping and delivering it same day. I know it's not very easy for you guys to do that. Be sure to click on the link below in the video to buy the product though, because I'm telling you, it's as easy as I showed you on camera, and I think it will help you get through a wooden floor in a house very quickly, which is exactly what I bought that for, because I'm just, sometimes I adopt new products as I test new products, and this is a great product thus far from my experience. On to the next part of the video. I think the chicken is coming on real nicely. I'm gonna pull it off the stovetop and show you guys where we're at with the chicken. Looks really good. Let's get the camera on top. Nice and fresh, isn't it? I love it. I think it looks great. And not to brag too much, but it does look like a hearty chicken is in the makings. Now, I might be a lot of things, but one thing I am not is a drunk. So don't drink alcohol, use Coca-Cola instead. Quickly wrap my burrito. That's my chicken feta style burrito. Pretty good. Hey guys, so figured I'd kind of roll to the next day. I just pretty much did some quick edits off camera and published a quick YouTube short before we talk about something interesting that's about to happen. So I just got off the phone with one of my old friends. His name's Frank. And he is going to be opening his insurance agency. He sells health insurance products on the internet. So I'm supposed to go visit him sometime in the first week of August so we can produce some videos and make his business more well known. So he has some form of conversion or some form of video content when people are shopping for him, or shopping for insurance. And he, so that's something that's fascinating. I haven't been to Houston, Texas in a number of years. I think the last time I had a legitimate reason to go to Houston, Texas was back in like 2017. So it's been like 7 years. And back then, I didn't have the capital, but I was still considering trying to raise money for like some sort of hotel project back in Louisiana or something like that. So that never really materialized, but I still ended up going to Houston, Texas to visit somebody for some business related thing. But this is much more simpler. Basically, I just need to get my buddy Frank some YouTube videos. Basically, it's a very simple, I create videos for 3 days. We film and record. I get paid my flat daily rate for producing those for producing content those 3 days. And then he'll also be featured in, my video log this upcoming August. So really thrilled about that. I know, some of you guys might be thinking that I might have run out of ideas, but actually I have a number of interesting events that are coming up for this upcoming month. I have a private invitation only event, and then I also have a real estate investors event. So I'm going to be meeting some real estate investors in Culver City at an event this upcoming week of July. So somewhere around the 10th or the 11th, there'll be a real estate investing, a real estate investing conference. They call it the REI. And I figured I'd go to like one of their monthly events, and then they're supposed to have like a much bigger event sometime in October. But obviously, I want to figure out how we can get this Airbnb related business venture going correctly. It's always good to just network. I feel like there's some opportunities to feature some additional multi-million-dollar properties or some multi-million-dollar type of real estate investors or investor types, or somebody's working on a project. So I feel like, hey, why not network locally in Culver City? And so we're going to be doing some of that. So, and I have some additional plans to go to San Francisco. So we might be going to Houston, Texas, and then San Francisco for a number of times. There's the technology TechCrunch Disrupt conference that I will be attending. So I've already sent them some information, and then pretty soon, I'm not sure how their event is organized, but I'm going to be dealing with the event organizer a bit earlier this time. But I found myself, in a situation where San Francisco and Houston, Texas, and some local events that around Southern California. So I think I'm going to be an annual. I'll be back at video conference every year from now on. So the value was mostly in creating content and meeting other video creators. That was the value this past conference year. I established some interesting business connections, so hopefully they get back to me sometime in the first or second week of July. By the time they do, like I'm saying, I plan on creating some real estate themed content. Last month we talked about Airbnb. I'm still trying to market my spare bedroom on Airbnb, but I did increase the monthly rate so that I would filter out. There'd be a filter so that only a smaller pool of more legitimate looking candidates would consider renting out the spare bedroom here. There's the possibility that it remains vacant though, and that's fine. Either case scenario, video conference was very, very productive this year. I was able to record and produce a video on each day and add to my video log series quite significantly. And I also, caught up with a lot of the house related chores and work I neglected while I was out conferencing in Anaheim, California. Clearly, if I do have to travel outside of the state for even a short business trip, I have to get my apartment cleaned really, really thoroughly. Um, because, flies, insects, like all these bugs. There's a lot of bugs in California. So, I come from a desert environment in Phoenix. So before I moved to Los Angeles, I did not know that there were this many species of bugs. So there's a lot of different bugs. So I almost had like a bug infestation happen on me. So I had to get that cleaned up. You guys saw me clean up some of it with a vacuum. I killed a bunch of bugs. I got rid of trash. I had to do a lot of things to get my apartment looking normal. So it doesn't take that many days of neglect before things get really nasty during the summertime. So and I live a very minimalistic lifestyle. I only buy things that I feel like are really useful tools or equipment or items that make sense. I might spend a little bit more time and effort on home improvement this month because obviously there's more room that I could do to make my apartment look more. I'm spending every dollar on areas that seem important to me, like I had to spend money on an event, I had to spend money on marketing, I had to spend money on equipment, I had to spend money on tools and supplies and advertising. So I had to buy food, I had to buy my usual necessities and stuff like that. I had to pay my bills. And so obviously, it's coming together slowly, but certainly I'd much rather present to you guys the way I am. Right now, we're going to be going to the real estate conference, the REI conference, investor conference, this upcoming couple of weeks. And that's going to just be the usual video content that I produce, but I feel like being a person that goes to events a bit more. So we have 2 events scheduled in LA, and then I'm going to help my friend with his private insurance business grand opening, where he has his licenses prepared in Texas. So we'll have a business grand opening episode somewhere else in a different state. We're gonna have a business grand opening video where we're helping my friend and we create the videos, the video content around his insurance company that he's getting up off the ground, and this is going to be like something very important to him, and I can't wait to be an actual supportive friend as well, and produce high quality video content and make sure that people are able to tune into that particular story. But before we have all of that, I don't want to come across as too much of a travel junkie. Every time I travel, I like it to be very strategic, and if I do something for the sake of leisure, I find that I mess up. So that's why. All right, so so I'm going to be helping my friend launch his insurance business. I'm going to be recording some TV commercials for him, and I'm going to be doing the video editing work. I got 3 days or 4 days to complete the project, make sure it looks good. And the first week of August or leading up to August, I also have a real estate investment conference and then a local private vendor meetup that's supposed to happen as well. So I figure we participate in more external events to make this channel more interesting, and I can't wait to cover those topics as well. Not everything is going to be as big as an annual conference, but like I'm saying, I feel like with conferencing, you have to think strategically about why you're conferencing, and I think I maximized the value that I could from the particular expo I just went to. So now I want to focus more on talking about real estate. I'm still dealing with my own particular challenges with Airbnb, and we are going to a real estate investment conference for the next couple weeks. So not like the whole duration of it, but around the 10th or 11th. So around the 10th or 11th, it'll be a while for a number of episodes, but basically, I want to include some regular event organizing, pertinent to real estate. Like I'm saying, this is a business vlog, and I do want to talk about topics that seem to intersect with business, stocks, real estate. So this is like a very business friendly environment for people. And so yeah, that's fascinating. With my YouTube channel though, I'm ecstatic about the fact that we are rolling into the month of July. I think over the next 30 days, I will somehow generate the necessary activity and needed momentum in my channel growth to become monetizable by Google standards. So I want to see that outcome come into effect. I also have a number of business goals laid out for me, such as getting my services business in front of more houses and to record some more videos and footage of those expensive houses. Some of it is we're doing service related jobs, some of it is just maybe we do some more real estate marketing videos and stuff like that. I certainly find expensive properties to be interesting, so I want to feature more of that type of content on my YouTube channel, which is precisely why we're going to a real estate investment conference on top of the other activities I'm doing to make sure that we can feature some multi-million-dollar property on this channel. It's certainly interesting at the very minimum. Tomorrow's video, we're going to be talking about technology stocks. So I'm thinking of a technology finance theme, publishing some more financial research that I've been doing, and some additional stocks that I'm investing into personally. So this is thoroughly researched, and I feel very confident that even though these two companies are in competition with each other, they're still long-term winners as far as my technology picks and competitors. So again, I have an interesting finance video that I want to present you guys tomorrow. And we are officially completely done with whatever video conference related content. We're moving on to other topics like real estate, and I want to cover the topic of my buddy's small business health insurance brokerage launch. So I want to talk about health insurance brokerage and him and his particular business launch strategy, and work on various video related content over in Texas. I'm planning for events further out throughout the year I think are very important. So we'll be at the technology conference that startups go to, so it'd be like the Technology Crunch Disrupt conference. So we're going to be at Disrupt conference, and then I also want to make sure I'm at the Consumer Electronics Show as well, so that I can find additional product sponsors for this YouTube channel for product related reviews and product content. I think we're going to find more tools and products that I particularly like that I can share with you guys on my YouTube channel throughout my vlog format or my product review format. So we have a number of areas that we want to approach. And I think that's what makes a vlog episode interesting, is that you're not always confronted by the same thing, but there is some repetition to the cadence of like videos and episodes. Like for example, we're back in my house again, and it's the same old thing. I have some ideas as far as like maybe we can review one additional cleaning product this month that I purchased. But yeah, if you guys want to support my channel, I did introduce you guys a vacuum earlier in this episode. It is the Eureka Whirlwind vacuum. If you click on the Amazon link and you decide to purchase the vacuum, I get a small commission from the sale of the vacuum. It's only an $80 product, and for the most part, I feel the same way about it the next day. I think it's a great purchase, and it's good for covering a wooden or flat surface floor area. That's something that I have to deal with in my own apartment, and I think you guys will benefit from having that vacuum in your home as well. So that being said, that pretty much covers today's video log episode. I want it to be more of a transitionary episode with some mundane content. I cooked some, fajitas. I bought and received a new vacuum, and I, presented the vacuum, and then, I pretty much filled up a bit more of my travel plan. I got my travel plans down. I'm going to Houston and I'm going to San Francisco over the next 3 months, and I'm going to be spending more time outside of LA, in Houston and San Francisco most likely, and then very soon Las Vegas, depending on the conferences that are in Las Vegas, what's going to happen with the Las Vegas related stuff. But yes, no more conference related content for the time being until next week or 2 weeks from now, until we have somewhere to go and stuff like that. All right, guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I hope to see you guys in my future video logs. And if you guys haven't seen the previous video log, I encourage you to watch the previous one where I clean up a multi-million-dollar house. Show you guys the last bit of my video conference food challenge, where I fully complete my food challenge and I don't have to eat 7-Eleven food anymore. So that was fantastic. We're on to the next part of, we're going to be doing some more stuff, but maybe a bit more laid back for this week until things start to pick up as far as activity, I'm guessing. But so yep, there you go. Be sure to watch the prior video log. I have a far more interesting episode for the prior one, maybe. But if you like the usual thing that I usually do, which is hang out in my apartment, talk about my life, do my chores, clean on camera, well, this is another one of those episodes. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. I appreciate all the attention that you guys give me. Thank you so much.